Welcome to this short training video based on how to navigate through some of the key elements in the e-portfolio. Health Education England have appointed the Royal Pharmaceutical Society, RPS, in collaboration with Axia Digital to deliver the new e-portfolio system for all trainee pharmacists in England for the 2021-2022 foundation year. The training video has been developed to help you get started and covers the following areas: accessing your e-portfolio, navigation menu, Trainee Dashboard, Learning Needs Analysis and Personal Development Plan, uploading evidence and documents, next steps, and accessing support. For the best user experience, we advise that you use the e-portfolio on a laptop or desktop computer. A suite of resources and guidance, including an extensive user guide, are available on the HEE website. The link to this is provided on this slide. We highly recommend that whilst watching this video, you refer to the user guide on the HEE website. You will receive an automated email which will provide you with login details to access the e-portfolio. Please check your junk mail folder, as the automatic emails can on occasion be filtered as out as spam. The email is auto-generated and is from a no reply account. If you have not received an email with your login details or are having login issues, please contact Trainee Pharmacist at hee.nhs.uk. The e-portfolio can be accessed at pharmacisteportfolio.hee.nhs.uk. If you forget your password at any point or the temporary password sent to you doesn't work, then you can reset it by selecting Forgotten Password. You'll be directed to a screen that enables you to reset your password. You will receive an auto-generated email with a link to create a new password. Again, check your junk mail folder, as the automatic emails can on occasion be filtered out as spam. The first time you access your e-portfolio, you will need to read and accept the terms and conditions. You will not need to accept the terms and conditions again. The logout button can be found at the bottom of the navigation menu. If you are using a shared device, remember to log out to avoid other users accessing your portfolio. You will notice a timer in the top right-hand corner of the screen. This is a countdown of inactivity. If you are inactive for a period of 35 minutes, you will automatically be logged out of the portfolio and need to sign in again. The timer resets to 35 minutes each time you interact with the portfolio, such as clicking a button or completing a form. Please note that simply moving your cursor around on the page is not considered as an interaction. If you are typing, the page will remain active. To activate your e-portfolio, click the Start This Pathway button. Note, when you return to your e-portfolio in the future, you will see your e-portfolio under the Active Programs table. After opening your e-portfolio, you will see your name on the top left-hand side of your homepage or dashboard. The dashboard provides an overview of your progress throughout the year and will also be accessible to your designated supervisor. The navigation menu on the left-hand side provides easy access to the assessment tools and forms, which are listed alphabetically. You can hide the navigation menu at any point by selecting Toggle Menu. This is useful for devices with small screens, but don't forget to untoggle to navigate to other areas of your portfolio. You can review your progress at any point by using the dashboard. To access your dashboard, select Dashboard from the navigation menu. Your trainee dashboard contains the following information presented in two tables: a cumulative count of all records mapped to the HEE assessment activities, and a cumulative count of all started or completed records of each evidence type or record. The top image is a cumulative count of all records or evidence mapped to the 21 HEE assessment activities, which are grouped into 5 domains or groups labelled A to E. As shown in the bottom image, hovering over the assessment activity number provides you with a further explanation of what the activity relates to. For example, B1 is service improvement. Information on the groups of HEE assessment activities can be found on the HEE assessment strategy, which is available on the HEE website. The counts denote the records you have started and are in progress, and the number of records completed. The count before the dash represents the number of records you have completed, whereas the count after the dash represents the number of records you have started. The dashboard also provides a summary of the supervised learning events and other records completed. The counts in the orange boxes represents the number of records you have started, whilst the counts in the green boxes represent the number of records you have completed and are signed off by your designated supervisor. For example, here we can see the trainee has started 9 mini clinical evaluation exercises, or mini-KEX, but only one has been signed off by the trainee's designated supervisor. By signed off, we mean that the trainee and designated supervisor have both completed their relevant sections, including mapping of the frameworks. Hovering over the numbers indicates how many records have been started and completed. The supervised learning events and other records can be accessed directly from the dashboard instead of selecting from the navigation menu. Hover over the name of the record, for example, case-based discussion, and click, which will take you to the following page. You will have the option of now either completing a new form electronically or uploading a form which you have completed before, perhaps as a paper format, which we'll discuss in detail later. One of the first activities you will complete in your training year is a learning needs analysis to help you and your designated supervisor to identify and prioritise your learning and development needs and use these to produce your personal development plan. Pause this video here and read the Learning Needs Analysis and Personal Development Plan section of the user guide available on the HEE website for more information and to understand the importance of completing the Learning Needs Analysis on the e-portfolio, even if you have completed a paper version. Once you have read and understood this, continue with this video. The online process involves you completing the tool or form fully within the e-portfolio environment. This flowchart represents the process of completing those tools or forms within the e-portfolio and is not the route for uploading paper versions of tools or forms completed in practice. This process enables you to seek feedback and sign off from your designated supervisor, as they will have a registered account within the e-portfolio. It is important that you inform your DS that the tool or form is ready for their input. More guidance on this is provided in the user guide. We strongly recommend you refer to this. We are aware that some trainees may have already started to record evidence either using the downloadable tools available on the HEE website or their own organisation's forms. To avoid duplication of work, there is an option to upload these within the e-portfolio. Whether you upload a form or complete the form electronically within your e-portfolio, you must map the evidence to the HEE assessment activities and GPHC interim learning outcomes before your designated supervisor can sign it off. This is so you can demonstrate your progress against the GPHC interim learning outcomes and completion of the HEE assessment activities. Remember, the GPHC interim learning outcomes that each assessment activity is anticipated to provide evidence for can be found in the assessment activities guide, as well as in the visual mapping of the assessment activities, both of which are available on the HEE website. As mentioned earlier, we will now demonstrate how to upload a case-based discussion. To access the case-based discussion, select Case-based discussion from the Supervised Learning Events page. You will be greeted with the top image. Select Upload Form. You will then be greeted with the second image. Complete the required fields as instructed. Save the form. You'll be directed back to the main case-based discussion page. You can then select Edit to view the record you have just created and upload a file. Add the uploaded file by selecting Choose Files as shown in the image on the left. You must enter a file description. Click Save once completed. You can upload as many files as you wish. Remember to map it to the HEE assessment activities and GPHC interim learning outcomes as shown in the image on the right. When done, there will be an option to press a link titled Update and Complete Record. Once pressed, you will receive confirmation that the record has been updated. We hope this video has provided you with guidance to get you started, and we strongly encourage you to familiarise yourself with the e-portfolio and explore the functionalities that have been developed so far. Go through the user guide, which contains step-by-step instructions and useful hints and tips. Don't be afraid to have a go and practice creating test evidence. As there is no functionality to delete records within the e-portfolio, you can instead edit and update the record to reflect an activity conducted in practice. We will continue to update and enhance the e-portfolio over the course of your training year and update you along the way to ensure that it continues to be user-friendly, intuitive, and a functional platform. Learning and development tools will also be reviewed regularly to ensure that they reflect current pharmacy practice. The following documents, which you can download from the HEE Trainee Pharmacist Foundation E website, will help you to make the most of the assessment activities and tools. That includes the HEE Trainee Pharmacist Foundation Year Assessment Strategy, the HEE Trainee Pharmacist Foundation Year Assessment Activities Guide, the Foundation Training Year Assessment Strategy, a visual mapping of the assessment activities. You will also find useful FAQs on the HEE Trainee Pharmacist Foundation Year website. More information will follow in due course, but in the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter and sign up for the IETP updates in the link provided. For any questions about the requirements of Foundation Pharmacy and HEE products and services, please contact our dedicated support team at traineepharmacist@hee.nhs.uk. If you experience any technical issues or have any feedback on the e-portfolio platform, please contact the technical team at e-portfolio@rpharms.com.